All right, everybody, good morning. All right, we are in a whole new month of trading. So, welcome to November. I went ahead and I explained to you guys how the month of October went for me. It was a really good month. It was a really good month, steady month. And now we're gonna, trade in November, see how this goes, right? Always plan, prepare, and be ready for trading days to come. Keep a nice, cool, level head. Always manage risk properly. And we're gonna go ahead and get this done today, as always. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. Time did change back east. I don't know if they lost an hour. I think they lost an hour of sleep. So by losing an hour, the market now opens up on the West Coast at 7:30 in the morning. And as always, I've always said I do have a day job. So with that is I will be leaving the stream a little bit earlier due to the time change. But once we get back to 6:30 a.m., then I will have longer mornings. But nonetheless, let's get right into it. I've already planned out one of the stocks I will be watching today, which is PLTR. They do report earnings. If I look at my notes today after the bell, so this is a stock that I will be paying attention to at the open. Um, I'll get to a breakdown on this. I've already put my purple boxes, some levels on it. So I will go ahead and get back to that. So, but let's go ahead and get to this. Rise and shine, Brody. Rise and shine, bro. Alrighty. So, as I mentioned, the month of October did us well. So then now we're gonna go ahead and map out Tesla this morning. So we got POTR on the watch list, and then now we're gonna go ahead and jump to Tesla right now. Tesla. Let's start with the monthly chart. Tesla is around all-time high area zone on the monthly. On Tesla for the month of September, we had this nice surge. October was a bit of an indecision on Tesla. It really wasn't sure on which direction it wanted to go, but it did lean more towards the buy side on Tesla. So that's that. When we're looking at the weekly on Tesla, we are seeing some resistance around the 460 mark, 470 mark, so 465, 460. So, we do have some resistance in this zone right here. All right. So that's something to go ahead and account for on this resistance. And then on the daily chart, we still have a nice little trend, right? So we're still above the 9, above the 20, above the 50, and obviously above the 200. So we're above all moving averages. Even inside this pre-market, we're still showing some strength because we are above moving averages even in the pre-market. But just remember, as I mentioned, there is resistance at this zone, so we don't know if this thing is gonna continue to push higher to get to 470 and above that. All right. So now let's go on to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, we can see this purple box I drew here, right? And we can see here that there are many points of contact right here inside this purple box, which means that this area, which is this 414, 415, 417 area, this has held that support greatly. We had so many touches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5, 6, like 6 touches in this zone, and we just continue to go ahead and hold on to this level. On the 4-hour chart, we are above the 200. We are above the 50. We're also above the 9 and 20 still, but we are falling. But we are falling as we're below VWAP. So this can be a little like inclination that Tesla could make a minor drop today. But we do have a pivot level right here. So let's highlight this pivot level. Right, and we're gonna make that a yellow line as always, because that will be a target for us today. So let's go ahead and mark that. Okay. So what we can see here on the 4-hour chart is that we can see some resistance, even though that this doji where I'm hovering my mouse at, we can see here that there is resistance right here at 460. And then in the pre-market, we did get some resistance right here at 459, pushing this thing down all the way to currently 455, 454. So we have to watch out for that resistance. We're going to see what zone is this thing even trading in, right? So on the 4-hour, I think, we are seeing some weak action, but there's a lot of moving averages below it that can still go ahead and push this thing up, get this thing above VWAP, and then this thing could go ahead and head higher. All right. Let me see what's going on. Let me put this on one of my other order books. Put Tesla there. Alrighty, so Tesla. All right, so on the 1 hour chart, we can clearly see that this zone, right? And I'm gonna draw the zone up. We can see here we have some wicks here, some consistent wicks right up here that I think should be accounted for. But let's go ahead and back up a bit. Yeah, just look. All right, so let me go ahead and draw this up, right? This right here has been major resistance right here. Because we hit this point a few times. And let's go to a support zone. All right, yeah, because we found support right here a few times. And you're going to see what I'm talking about in just a moment. Sometimes you got to draw these things up. Go searching for these levels. All right, so this purple box I drew right here, right? There is resistance in this zone. Why is there resistance? Okay. When we go back to October 27th, go ahead and look at this sell-off. Tesla comes here, sells off, right? Then now Tesla comes here, rejects in the after hours. See that? You see how these levels become very, very important? And then after that, right above here, we find some support. So let me put this right to the T. Then we find support right here. We push higher almost to all-time, or well, to recent all-time highs to 467, but never quite get there. Then we fall back down, and then we kind of still hold on to this because this was once resistance. Then now this purple box has now turned to some type of support. We kind of trade above here, and then we sell here, and we sell right through this purple area. But watch it again. We come back up, resistance. We come back up, resistance. Then we break it again, but now we're at pre-market high. And then we can see here in today's activity, we sell off again. So then now we look at the moving averages, right? Tesla is trading below VWAP, below the 9, below the 20. And then now we're also looking at a pivot level right here at 454.06. So the question is, I'm not sure if I want to put a level here at 454.06 because it's right next to 453. I think this is a level I should be able to catch. But you know what? To dot my I's and cross my T's just in case I don't see the hour chart, let's go ahead and mark a level there. All right. So we're rolling over right now on Tesla, which this could lead to some downside activity. But the daily chart to me is looking real bullish. But we could get a pullback. As I mentioned, we are in a resistance zone. And then just look at, and then also just look at what I drew up, right? This has been many points of a sell-off. So I think this is something to go ahead and highlight here. And then also remember, like, we never really know what's going to happen up until market open. We just want to put ourselves in the best situation possible to make the best trade. So I like what I'm seeing here on Tesla. Tesla, once again, we're going to go back to this purple box that I drew. We might see this even better on the 15-minute chart. Once again, just look at this drop here on 1027, and this is the 15-minute chart, and you can just see how this box that I drew, right, it held support at one point, it fell through, resistance also came up again, sold even heavily on 1030. Then we come back here on 1031, find some resistance at that zone again, and then so on and so forth. So I think this is a good thing to look at. We are trading. We did trade above yesterday's high, Friday's high in the start of the pre-market, but then we ended up falling right back into the range of previous day's activity. So something to highlight there. Oh, well, I've highlighted that already. So cool. I like what I'm seeing here on Tesla. Let me fix this purple box a bit because we're in a whole resistance zone. And it's Monday. Mondays are tough days to trade. So you never want to go in. Well, let me not say never. You know, everybody has their own thing. But Mondays, for me, I don't like to go in too heavy on my positions. So I like what I'm seeing here on Tesla on the 5-minute chart. You can see how we consolidated in this zone for quite some time on the 5 minutes. So we went ahead and broke through. We sold back down. We kind of just stood inside this, and this is why it's important to find these areas, because look how we just channeled here for so long. We finally broke out. Then now you see the surge up to 459, rejected 459, which I mentioned it is resistance at around 460 to 470. It fell all the way down, sold off heavily, broke through this level, right? And then we ended up coming to a pre-market low of 454.63. All right. Let's ensure that I have the right high volume candle. So let's ensure of that. And I think I do. Yep, 450 shares traded right at this candle at 8:05. And we're looking good. No major news on Tesla. There's no major news. I think Tesla is just a mover. I don't know if I want this on my main list today though, because Tesla could be real shaky to trade at times. So it's very, very volatile. I'm gonna put it on my main list. I think Tesla is pretty solid. I like Apple though. I really do like Apple for a second day play. On the downside, we caught that play on Friday. So I would love to trade that one, but unsure yet. Alrighty. So a few stocks that I am watching today is Amazon, Tesla, Robinhood, Nvidia, Apple, AMD, PLTR. So PLTR is already mapped out. Tesla is already mapped out. I just mapped that out right now. AMD has earnings tomorrow, so let's go ahead and map out AMD. So earnings plays this week that's important to me. AMD reports earnings tomorrow at 11:04. PLTR reports earnings today after the bell. Hood reports earnings on Wednesday. And then HIMS reports earnings on, today after the bell. But HIMS chart looks nasty. I looked at HIMS this morning. We're not going to trade HIMS. HIMS looks purely disgusting. Amazon is getting a nice move up. I think that's something to account for. Wow, Amazon is getting a nice move. I might have to put Amazon on the list. Yeah, we're going to Amazon. Yeah, just look what's happening right now on Amazon. Perfect. All right. So, but you see moves like this in the pre-market, we got to grab stuff like this. SPA's also surging up too. All right. So we're going to leave AMD alone for right now. We're going to go straight to Amazon. All right. So Amazon, I drew these boxes on Friday. I think I'm going to delete these. So let's go ahead and delete these boxes. I don't think I need that today. This was just, because Amazon is at all-time highs right now. So Amazon's at all-time highs. I'm trying to think if I should still have this level right here. Oh, well, this box. Well, no, that's fine. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and put some pre-market high, 258.09. Pre-market low, 244.24. See something. Let's see what's going on. Does Amazon even have news? Meta stock takes a dive. No, I don't really see any major news. I don't know why Amazon's moving like this. But sometimes we don't know the answer to that. Give me one moment. All right. So Amazon. Okay, cool. We got the pre-market low. Let's find a high volume candle, which this should be really easy to find, because it's probably this surge that I'm looking at. Yep, it is. It's clearly this surge. So let's go ahead and put a level right at the bottom of this candle. Wonderful. All right. Amazon. I'm going to delete this box too. Cool. So Amazon is really at a all-time highs. The Amazon just tore shit up on the day of earnings. I think it reported earnings on Thursday. So Amazon just did its thing. All right. So let's go to the monthly. Amazon, what we can see here on Amazon is that Amazon was just strong. It did pull back at some point. within the year, like right around here on February, and then we've just been riding up since May. So from May all the way till 10/31, which is October, we went ahead and just held on the moving averages, a bullish case, and we have just been moving higher. On the weekly chart, we can see here that Amazon broke through all-time highs. We got a strong level here at 256, but we're already we have already surpassed that in the after hours already. So that is something to account for. All right. Yeah, it's probably not that many levels to even find on Amazon since we're at all time highs. So this is an easy chart to really assess right now. We got some key levels all the way up here at 260. So let's go ahead and mark that. It's on the daily, it's hard to see, but I just drew a line up there, so hopefully you guys can see that. Right there, we have an R3 level at 260.85. And then we also have another level, but I'm not gonna mark this level. It doesn't make sense. 260.02. Alrighty. So with Amazon being at all-time highs, we don't really have to worry about anything below there. We really don't. Next minute, let's go to the 4-hour chart. On this 4-hour chart, what we notice is that there's some consolidation right here, right? And then we had this sell-off, and now we're breaking through with this crazy surge up with no news around it. So we got to be careful with something like this. This could just be the move that was supposed to happen on Friday, because Friday there was a lot of buyers in Amazon when I was looking at the order book. It was a bunch of buyers, but we ended up selling off on Friday. We didn't sell off that much. So Amazon is probably going to be a solid trade today if the buyers want to continue to go ahead and take this thing higher, right? And we do got a R1 level at 259.37, but there's no need to mark that up. Alrighty. So we can see here with Amazon that we have some resistance right here in the after hours, resistance right here in the after hours. Then we sold off and we just broke through all of that. So let's go ahead and draw a little box here, right? So we can clearly see that this area is resistance. And I'm going to fix this up a little bit more. And this is just for today. So some of these boxes I draw, this is not like permanent. These are just current resistance areas. So you can see here right at this box, we sold off. It came here rejected. It kept going down. We ended up coming back up to test this box area rejection. Came back up to test this box area right at this rejection point. Failed. So what is key to watching Amazon is how do we react and how does this thing trade around this resistance point? Right? Is Amazon going to hold support above here, or is Amazon going to still fold? And is this surge basically, a fake out where this thing just pops up at market open, sells off? So I think Amazon is really great to trade. Looking at the order book, there are sellers around 256, but some heavy buyers are coming in at 256 and a quarter. So we do got some heavy buyers that are coming in, and they might stay. I don't think these buyers are going to leave. 265 is where we have sellers, and right now we're at 256. Oh my gosh. Yeah, then we also got strong selling at 260. So this thing could run up to those orders at 265 today. So Amazon is nice. Yeah, Amazon is nice. Perfect. So we're going to have Amazon on the list. I might put Amazon above Tesla. As I mentioned, Tesla could be a bit tricky to trade sometimes. Oh, damn, but Tesla Tesla looks good too. It looks really good. But there's no news around Tesla. I think that's the issue that I have with Tesla. Is like there's not really any news. But Tesla looks good for a short today. But we're above. I think Tesla could tap all of this S2 and S3 levels. I'm going to keep Tesla. I'll keep Amazon on my third list. I can see it here if it really wants to make a move. Because the thing about Amazon, too, is that when you have a surge like this, it could trade like shit, like for the first 30 minutes to an hour. So I am watching it, though. I am watching Amazon, so nothing to worry about there too much. But it does have the potential to trade like shit because it has already made its move in a way. So, alrighty. Yep. And sellers are already coming in on Amazon. So, yeah. All right. The next one I'm going to look at will be, I'm trying to think if I should look at Robinhood or AMD. I probably will go. I probably will go more so with AMD today because earnings is tomorrow, so we could probably trade it into the earnings. And also remember, guys, I don't do any overnights anymore. This account is strictly just day trade, so all positions are closed by the end of the day. You know, the goal is to keep our profits. So here we go. Pre-market high, pre-market low. Let's find a high volume candle. This should be also easy to find. All right, we got 268,000 shares traded right at this candle right here. Right, we see that orange line. We're starting to get a strong sell-off right here. But before we even get there on AMD, let's go to the monthly. On on the monthly chart, we got this key level that needs to be highlighted on the monthly at 264.80. If I was ballsy, honestly, I would short AMD going into earnings. But like I said, I'm not doing plays like that no more. But if I had a, if I was to focus on my swing account, I would really short that thing before earnings because this thing, it, AMD already had its earnings play. So, but that could be a gamble though too, because this thing could shoot up to like 270, 280, and then sell off. So that's why it's good to trade after earnings. So I'm not gonna go ahead and do that, but it's a thought in my mind. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Give me a moment. I'm trying to pull up my other scanner. All right, AMD. All right. So when we're looking at AMD, we do have an even amount of sellers and buyers. Buyers are a little bit more involved. Oh, okay, that's a lie. Sellers are a lot more involved. A lot more involved. Wow, it's a lot of selling. Okay, so going back to AMD on the monthly, strong monthly chart. A lot of buyers there just pushing the price higher. On the weekly chart, you can see that we're a little bit in an indecision, and I caught a nice trade on this last week because we're starting to see a reversal on AMD, right? But nonetheless, we are still above. Give me a moment here. Yeah, like we're still above moving averages on the weekly chart. But on this weekly, this could lead to a reversal. This is something to really account for because this thing could lead to a sharp reversal the way this thing is looking. Just look how AMD has been trading, right? We caught this move on, what was that, 10:30? We went ahead and shorted AMD, but when we shorted it, just look at what we're seeing now. We're starting to see doji candles, signals of signs of reversals. So it's important to understand what these candles mean. You know, these two candles alone was already showing, okay, like we're starting to get a reversal. This is weak. We're not getting too many buyers any longer. And then the sellers are coming in. We got 2 red days back to back. All right. So on the daily chart, even though we are above moving averages, it appears that we are getting a sign of reversal. These purple boxes I have, this was a resistance point, and this purple box below is a support point. And we're gonna see that closely, and we're gonna see if those areas still play a part, still play a part in today's trading session. And I think it does in a way, because just look how I drew this box a few days ago, and look how AMD went ahead and dropped right to it in the after hours and popped right back up. So this area could be a support zone. It could be a support zone because it has already shown to be support. All right. So I think this is a support zone to go ahead and highlight today. So now AMD going into the 4 hour chart. You know, we go from high to low, we go from high time frames to low time frames. Now just look at the 4 hour chart. Now you could clearly see what I'm talking about right here. AMD is in this channel. AMD is stuck here. We're trading in between this. So we're seeing the support. So go ahead and look at this touch point right here on 1028. One. All right, we got another one. We might see this better on the 1 hour chart, probably not on the 4 hour. But nonetheless, just look at this range that we're trading in. And either way we break out, this thing is going to go ahead and run. AMD looks like it wants to get to S levels like S1, S2, S3. So I think this is a good short for earnings. Once again, it will be a gamble in a sense because they could push the price higher and then it can sell off the next day. So that's why I stopped doing the earnings plays because it really takes away your buying power for the next day. All right. If AMD does run up, which it can, we do have an R1 level at 266. Even though there's sellers there, the buy orders could go ahead and take price to those sellers, and we could go ahead and still make a profit. All right, so let's go ahead and highlight that level at 266.02. On the 4 hour chart, we are trading below the VWAP, the 9, the 20, but we are above the 50 and obviously the 200, and we're very extended from the 200. So AMD will be coming back down to 223. I don't know when. I don't know if that's this week. I don't know if that's next month or this month, but at some point in time, it will happen. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the 1 hour chart. All right, on the 1 hour chart, like I said, we're probably going to see things a little bit better. So let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and back this box all the way up here. So when I got this level, I saw that we had support right here. So we see this wick. This is a buy zone. You see this wick right here, right to the line, buy zone. Came up here, buy zone. Came right here, buy zone. To the buy zone. Right here again, buy zone. So this area is really important to highlight. This is an extreme important because we've touched this point a few times. We're not seeing it as clean as last week because as the weeks go, price movement, things change. But nonetheless, this wick that I'm showing you right here, we continue to run up to this resistance zone. You see this 266. You see how we came here, hit that, and we broke here, hit and sold off, got in there, sold off, got in here again, dropped. Then we broke up higher. We got back in the zone, sold off again, right to almost a penny of this purple box. So we just been playing inside this range the whole entire time. And I know it's not easy to go ahead and find these levels, but with the experience, you know, these things just pop out, you know, and you can easily see it. It's kind of hard to explain, especially on a live stream, on how I find these things. But I will make a video, and I've said that a few times. It's just kind of hard to catch all these things. But it's hard to record all these things, especially when I'm trying to use my weekends to chill too, you know. So I will make a video on indicators, how I find levels, how I find support and resistance zones and stuff like that to go ahead and build the edge. But nonetheless, right, what I'm seeing here is that we've touched this point so many times. Even look at it again. We touched here again, bounced up, then we split right through it. You know, this is just an important area to watch out for because we can see this clearly on the 1 hour, even in today's pre-market, right? We came here, hit this again, popped right back up. I think AMD is going to be a bit choppy though. I'm not sure if AMD is going to be a nice fluid chart. I think AMD is going to be choppy because going into earnings, some stocks don't trade well going into it because they know they have an earnings report, so it trades real messed up. You might be able to catch 1 or 2 moves, but that's about it. You're not really going to see anything else there. All right. So I like AMD. I think I'm probably going to cut it here in terms of other tickers I'm going to watch. But I'm not really liking AMD's chart as I'm looking at it because I feel like I could get caught in chop between this 263 and 257. It sounds good in terms of range wise because to take it from 257 to 263 or to this high of 262, it sounds good, but this thing could be real choppy where I may not know how to really find my edge on this one right here. Because to finding the support areas, which I found it last week, I'm not sure if these things are still going to play a factor. It looks like it will, though. But I feel like we're in a consolidation zone, and to trade within consolidations is really difficult. But nonetheless, on going back to the 4 hour, under VWAP, under 9, under 20, but above the 50 and above the 200. All right. On the 1 hour, it's below the VWAP, below the 50, below the 9, below the 20. So this thing can drop to about 253 to previous day's low, which that'll be a good drop. That'll be about like a $5 drop. But I feel like I have other stocks on my watch list that are better movers than AMD today. I will have it on my watch list, but it's not going to be on my main list because on my main list we're looking at POTR, Tesla, Amazon. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to trade out Amazon, and I'm going to put Amazon on my second stock to watch, and I'm going to put Tesla on my third stock to watch. Like I said, with Tesla could be real difficult at times. So I don't want to get caught up in that. Let's delete this level right here. Okay. Yeah, like there's already levels on Tesla I don't need because Tesla already touched a lot of those levels. So let's go back to Tesla. Where did I get this yellow line from? I might have to delete that. Oh, that was a pivot level on the 4 hour. Okay, got it. Alrighty. I think we're pretty solid, man. I think we're pretty solid. See, with Amazon, we want to see if Amazon is gonna hold on. We want to see if Amazon is gonna hold on to this box right here. And the reason why we want to see that is because look, as I mentioned, we have resistance up here. A lot of resistance inside the zone, and now we're above that resistance. So we want to know if this resistance is going to be support. All right. POTR starting to roll over. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these order books. All right, POTR, there's still some buying taking place, but let me go ahead and expand on this. We got heavy sellers, but we also still have buyers. So this thing can hold. We are trading above previous day's range. When we're looking at the level 2 on POTR, we have a solid amount of, man, we got some large sellers though, like a large orders of sellers. Ooh, yeah, we got a 10,000 lot size. Go ahead and look at that, 204.75, a 10,000 lot size at 204.75. So that's really important to highlight. That's a bull case where this thing could go ahead and go higher. So we got to watch out for that. We want to see how this plays out. We definitely don't have a lot size like that on the sell side. All right. So the buyers are starting to stack up, and the buyers are starting to be more involved than the sellers, but the sellers have large orders as well. Go ahead. We're looking at a 19,000 lot size, a 800 lot size, a 1,000 lot size, versus on the buy side, 2716, 2260 with only one order of a buy for 10,000. You know, just put that into perspective there. You could get, I'm not gonna say you could get smoked. I was about to say you could get smoked, but you could get caught up inside some chop there. So always wait for these moves to actually go ahead and manifest itself. All right. Let me go ahead on the 5 level. Yeah, but the buyers are in play though. There are buyers in play, and honestly, I do see that 10,000 lot size at 204.75. I see that 10,000 right here on my order book. Oh wow, yeah. So we got to watch out for this person right here. We can either join them or go against them, you know, and that's just the name of the game when it comes to trading. All right, Tesla. Tesla has a lot of sellers. There's a lot of sellers on Tesla. Tesla is under all moving averages and is in the S1 level, so this thing can drop to S2 and S3. I do like Tesla. I can still see it on my screen. I just think, uh, yeah, I might flip flop around because the thing with Amazon, if you take a look at this 2 minute chart on Amazon is not the best. And that's what I said. You get these surges, but then it goes flat right after that. So I'm sorry, I have to put Tesla back here. I just have to. Yeah, I just have to. It just doesn't make sense. Tesla just looks something better. We have more sellers. I'll be looking to possibly short it. I'm leaning more towards on the short side. There's just a lot more sellers here on Tesla. But I won't just jump into the short like that because buyers could always step up at the heartbeat. Remember, we are still above the 200 and a lot of buy orders come in at the 200. So we could go from the S levels all the way to the R levels, which are the pivot points. All right. Taking a look at Amazon's order book, there's a lot of sellers here too now. There's a lot of sellers that are stepping up on Amazon. You know. So we're gonna leave Amazon there. AMD is on the list. It's not really much activity. We got strong selling at 258 and 259. But I think Amazon. I'm sorry, Amazon. I think AMD is just gonna be choppy. I don't think AMD is gonna be a clean chart. Yeah, because we're just caught in this consolidation. So this thing could go ahead and really mess you up, man. All right. So main list, PLTR, Tesla, and Amazon. Those would be my top three, and AMD would be my fourth one there that I'll be watching. SPY is currently moving higher. Market is about to open up in about 5 minutes. All right. Okay, we're looking good. We are looking good for today. I never really traded. Well, I've traded PLTR before. I didn't like it, so we're gonna see because I really don't like PLTR. It's never been a stock that I found pleasure trading. But I used to trade PLTR when it was shares. I never traded it when it was. I probably traded options maybe one or two times or something like that. But you know, I could probably find my P&L on PLTR. So let's see what that is. Market's about to open up in about 4 minutes. So now we just chill. Let's see, orders. Just don't know if I ever traded this thing. Trying to see if I ever traded it. I'm looking through my all stocks I've traded before. Yeah, I have traded PLTR before. The most I think I only made one trade on this thing. I lost $70. Yeah, so that's nothing. Yeah, that's nothing. Okay, cool. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes today. Cool. All right. Funny enough, Amazon just got right to my box area and bounced off. Just look what Amazon just did. It hit it right to the penny on the top and bounced. But like I said, this 2 minute chart does not look good. We have no full body candles, nothing but sticks all over the place. I still might end up trading it, but I have to wait for market open as always. And just remember, guys, I'll be off stream pretty quick this morning because your boy needs to get to work. So I squeeze eight. It's good, bro. We back on it with another day. Another day, 2 minutes to market open. 2 minutes to market open, my boy. All right, about to be game time. Oh, let me change this back to Tesla. I'm really interested in Tesla though, mainly. But like I said, Tesla is a sketchy one because Tesla makes quick moves so fast, and then after that, it starts to move real janky, and then like you catch a move on Tesla like maybe like 20 minutes in, you know. All right, a minute to market open. PLTR is trading under moving averages. Starting to get a push down. We got buyers at 204 flat. Got a heavy buyer at 204 flat on PLTR. Tesla looks like it's gonna hold on to this 200-day moving average. That's that green line. That's right there. Amazon is starting to pick up a little bit. SPY is moving higher. All right. Oh, I think I got to sneeze. All righty. All right, let's get it. The market's about to open up. Remember, staying patient, keeping the size light. It's Monday. It's Monday in the market, so there's no reason to kill ourselves. All right, let's let this thing go ahead and play out. And you guys can see my hand's not even on the keyboard. So this is what I'm talking about when I mean like just let the market go ahead and do its thing. All right. I like what Tesla's doing. I like what PLTR is doing. Amazon's not doing anything. See, I like this with Tesla. Let's go to Tesla's order book. Got some heavy sellers coming in. Oh, all right. Okay, PLTR starting to drop. See, 454. Tesla's picking up a tad bit. Okay, no movement right now. There's a lot of sellers on PLTR. If you guys would have take a look at that level too. The buyers are trying to step up. Some sellers are coming in. 450, 46, 55. I'm also looking at Tesla. Yeah, you see how I said there's a lot of sellers coming in? All right, we're gonna take this PLTR trade. Let's give it a moment there. I don't want to jump in too soon. See, this area is a resistance point. We don't know if this is going to be support. I'm just not jumping in right away on that. Yeah, there's a lot of sellers coming in on PLTR, but this red line is kind of hard to see. That's Friday's high. So with that Friday high, that thing can hold and be support. Yeah, buyers are starting to step up too on PLTR. Yep, I'm literally watching the buy orders just stack right now. All right, go ahead and let's look at Tesla. I like Tesla too. PLTR 204, okay. It's important to be patient. Just let these things just play out. Just notice how I didn't take a position yet. Okay, PLTR is looking good. We're going to go for a 205. Tesla's starting to drop. Yeah, there's nothing happening right now. Yeah, Tesla's pretty stagnant. PLTR is pretty stagnant. We haven't moved at all. I like the fact that Tesla's still trading under this purple box that I have here. SPY's dropping right now. Yeah, there's nothing going on. Okay, I like what I'm seeing on PLTR. Now we're starting to go ahead and pick up a little bit. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna jump into PLTR soon. Maybe, maybe not. All right, I'm in. All right, I'm in on PLTR. Just one contract. I got my stop order in. We're gonna go ahead and let that play out. I'm short on PLTR. We're gonna try to take it back in the range. Probably look for a target at 203. Yeah, PLTR's picking up fast. It's important to have stop orders in. The most I could lose on this trade is $100. Today doesn't look like a good day to trade. Not gonna lie, I really don't. Tesla is catching this nice move up. That's good. Yeah, Tesla looks good on a daily chart. We got above. Yeah, Tesla looks nice. And we just broke above here. Perfect. I like this on Tesla. But this is resistance, so we got to wait to see how that's going to play out. Yeah, 'cause this resistance is literally at 460. We don't know if this pivot levels at 460, 47 is going to be resistance. So I have to wait on Tesla. I can't jump in that. It's a nice candle though. I'm still in on POTR. Okay, obviously this is not resistance. Perfect. Okay, we're about to get in. Then now we can take this to 462. So we're looking at 460 calls on Tesla. But like I said, let's see if this R1 is going to be resistance. POTR is holding on to previous day's high. So I might get stopped out on this trade. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't trade Amazon. Amazon didn't do anything. All right, we got this pullback right here on Tesla. Let's see what's going to happen there. Oh, wow. I didn't catch that pullback on Tesla. All right, I'm long Tesla. Yep, I'm long Tesla. I think I could take Tesla to about 15. I want to add an extra contract, but I'm a little bit unsure of that right now. Tesla looks really good, the daily. All right. Let's see what Tesla's doing on the order book. We got asked at 465. All right, I'm going to be a bit ballsy on this one, and I'm going to possibly add another contract, yeah. I got 2 contracts on Tesla. We're going to try to take this to 465. Right to this level right here. Yep, I have a key level at 465. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy trade. I got to give Tesla some room there. Yep. Yeah, Tesla's not going to be easy. We're trying to take Tesla to 465 right now. I'm not sure if Tesla's going to get up there. I'm still in on PLTR. I have a stop order in at 1380 on the options chart. Come on, Tesla. Normally, when there's a key level there, the stocks do get to this key level. It looks good though. It looks good. We got some sellers at 465 and 470. I think today's going to be a base hit day. I don't think today's going to be a crazy day. It's so hard to see my chart right now. Tesla's struggling a bit. But all we need is one surge. Because we're just trying to take it right here, take one contract, move my stop order, and see if we can get to 470. Like I said, there's sellers right there at 470. But Tesla looks like it's about to be, Tesla looks like it's getting exhausted. The daily chart looks nice though. Yep, gonna pull back. Oh yeah, I'm in the red now on Tesla. Still got my stop order in. Josh, man, what's good, bro? Ain't nothing, man. Right now I'm in on Tesla. Trying to take it to 465. I'm short POTR. Just one contract. That one looks like I'm gonna get stopped out on POTR, but once again, small size on everything. Then we load up after the fact. Yeah, Tesla seems like it's struggling a bit right now. to get to that 465. This was just a morning run. This is what I don't like about Tesla. Like its pullbacks are atrocious. You catch this surge, it's kind of like you have to sell immediately. Like as soon as you make money on Tesla, it's like you can't even hold your position. But I'm gonna hold on to it because we're above the VWAP. We're in R level, so we should be able to get to this key level right here on 465. But the daily chart, what I'm seeing right here is not the best. Sellers are stepping up on POTR. Let's see. I would love to take Tesla to 470. I would love to take it to 470. I don't know if it's going to get to 470. But I would love to take it there because we have sellers at 470. Okay, we're getting back up on Tesla. That 5-minute chart is really strong on Tesla. Once we get to 465, I'm selling one contract. That's my target. But this 5-minute candle is a determining factor. Can we go ahead and break through this high? And that's what I'm a bit unsure of. There we go. Are we gonna get it? Man, we got to. I don't know. I don't think so, man. Yeah, like we might get it. We might get it. We might get it. $464. Okay, cool. Yep, we getting it. We getting it. 465. I sold one contract. I'm gonna move my stop order right to break even 1483. I kind of want to get out of everything right now. Let me not be scared. Come on. Come on. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna get out of PLTR because PLTR is starting to actually eat my profits at this point. All right. I might get all out of Tesla, man. Tesla needs to go ahead and break this level. There we go, Tesla. There we go. There we go, Tesla. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I'm seeing the options level right here at 1745, and I would love to take it there. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. All right, I'm about to get all out of Tesla. There we go. I'm all out on Tesla. We're up $404 on the day. Oh, well, that's realized, but no, it's because I'm losing on POTR right now. All right, POTR, let's get rid of this position. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm not liking POTR at all. I could have held on to Tesla a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm all out on that. I realized on the day 325. That's good. That's solid. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Josh. Yeah, that was a nice. I could have held on a little bit more, but it didn't matter because it hit my target. And then POTR is moving like shit, so it was just like I'm not gonna let it go ahead and take my profits. So I'm done for the day. I'm not gonna trade any more than this. It's Monday, and Mondays could be really, really tough to trade. Really tough day to trade. So yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. A part of me gets the itchy fingers though sometimes. Where it's just like, okay, I kind of do want to get into something else, but it's Monday. I'm gonna pump the brakes. Beautiful, beautiful day. And I started this account small, man. I started this account with only $4,000. That was the point. Because last year I grew 4,000 to 30,000. You know, so I want to go ahead and show you guys that this thing is possible. This thing is definitely possible. I've done it a few times. I know when people come into the market, they don't have money like that. So, you know, I just want to show that the proof is in the pudding that this thing is possible, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, 325 in 18 minutes. Yeah. Yep. 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 Crazy. Crazy, man. Once you got market experience, man, it's really up from there, man. Like you just it's crazy. I was talking to my girlfriend about this, right? And it's like this, right? My girlfriend, she's a social worker, but she's not the average social worker. Like she went to school for a few years and all that. She got like her LMSW, her LC, all that stuff, right? She has all that jazz. So for her to get paid like a good amount of money, like to even touch the six-figure mark, she had to go through years of school. So how long did that take her? She went to college, well, because I met her in college, so it probably took her about, man, no bullshit, it took her about 10 years just to get to the place where she's at. You know what I mean? So if it took her that long, oh yeah, I probably should have kept my shit on POTR. I'm about to get back in on POTR. But yeah, like if it took her that long, oh yeah, I'm jumping in on POTR. If it took her that long, it's the same thing with the stock market. It's literally the same thing, bro. It takes time, bro. It takes time to be profitable. All right. Yeah. So look at that. I should have kept that order on POTR because now we getting that drop. Nonetheless, bro, it takes time, bro. Like all of this thing, it really takes time to really see the fruits of your labor when it comes to this. Like it took me 5 to 6 to see consistent profits, and even then, I'm still trying to find my way too. You know, like you never want to get a big head when it comes to this. I'm looking to add into POTR at some point. Right here on this options chart, trying to take it to 1203. So that would be really nice if I could take it there. But now I gotta wait. Remember, because I'm up on a day, right? So I'm not trying to go ahead and mess this thing up. But the fact that we broke through that point, so this is the fact that we're back in range is good. But we have this pivot level I have to be mindful of. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna add right about. I'm about to add real soon. Okay, yeah, I just added because the selling is way too aggressive. This could be a bad trade, could be a good trade, but I'm looking at the fact that we could get to pre-market low right there and maybe to this S1 level. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Because this 200-day moving average is extremely important. Appreciate that, bro. Yes, sir. December 9th, man. Let's get it. All right, we trying to take POTR down. I would love to take it down to this 202. I'm gonna have to hold on to this trade because we're already in. We're back in Friday's action. If we look at the options chart, the goal is to get this thing to 12 bucks. Right now it's at 1076. So the goal is to take it to 12. And the good thing about making profits on the day is that now I have some room to trade, you know. But this is gonna be my last trade though. I'm not gonna trade anymore after this. My stop on this, obviously, if it hits my orders, but I'm probably gonna get out before then. All right, let's keep looking at PLTR's order book. The sellers are in play. Let's watch this level 2 and let's see if these sell orders are gonna meet the bids. Yeah, this thing is falling. This thing is falling. Come on. 39, 20, 24. You see how the bids is just dropping? Now we need the sellers to come inside these bids. Okay, yeah, we're holding on to this pivot level right here a little bit. I'm going to take partial off once we get to pre-market low. If we get to pre-market low. If these bids could drop down to 203 and a quarter, it would be great. It would be great if we can. Because on the options chart, I'm trying to take this to S1, at least to S1. There we go. Let's get to pre-market low. We should be able to get a quarter. Yeah, it's not. Let me see. There we go. Nice. Okay, now we're under the 200. They're on the 5 minutes. That's a good sign, but I don't like the fact that we're at this pivot level. I don't like that. Because this thing could hold. We got buyers at 203 flat, which means there could be buyers at 202. Let's check the 1 hour chart. Yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best. I probably could be profitable in this trade, but I don't like it. That's the 15-minute chart. We're trying to check it. I'm trying to take it down to 202. Every level you see on your chart, I don't want to say be scared of it, but be mindful of it. Don't always think, okay, now it's dropping, it's gonna fold. Every level, trust me, it could be some type of support. I like the fact that we're back into previous days range, but the selling is not continuing. Yeah, just look at that. Just look at that right there. Yep. We're bouncing right back up. But this could just be a fake out in the sense where it's just trying to get more sell orders in. You see how we popped up, and it could just literally be just more sell orders are coming in. But I don't like this though. I'm not really liking this chart. Oh man, yo, Tesla got to 470. I literally said it's going to 470, and I got out. But that's what it is when you don't go in heavy size. Of like if I had 4 contracts, 5 contracts, which I could have did, I could have took it to 470. You only put 2 contracts in. You know, you got to be mindful of your position size. Right now we're waiting for PLTR to continue its drop. I like this candle. I just want a continuation candle. I don't know if we're gonna get that. I should have held Tesla. Right, I'm probably gonna get all out on PLTR. I'm not liking it. Yeah, PLTR looks nasty. Yeah, this was a fake drop. Yeah, look at PLTR just starting to pick up now. Yeah, I'm looking at the order book too. There's no more sellers. Man, Tesla. Shit. Yeah, PLTR is going to come up here to 204.37. Right to that moving average. Right, this the last hope I have for PLTR to go ahead and make this drop to 202. We're getting close. Yeah, it's picking up again. Yeah, bro. I should have held on to Tesla. I just missed out on like $1,000. But it's all right. There we go, POTR. And the sellers are here on POTR, man. Like they're here. It's just we're struggling. It's one thing I don't like about shorts sometimes is that the bids could be the bids could be stubborn, man. The bids can be stubborn. Damn. Damn, Tesla 474. God damn. Crazy. And I said 470. Yeah, PLTR is coming in, man, but those bids, man. Those bids, yeah. Like I'm telling you, these bids, they're holding this thing for dear life. Like they're holding it for dear life. Nobody wants to lose money. That's the best way I'm thinking about it, man. Nobody wants to lose money. They were starting to consolidate here a bit. We're already in Friday's range, so the drop should continue. It should, right? But what I don't like is that we're at the 200 and we're at the so these 2 points could be support. And I'm looking at the level two, like the ask is not really dropping into this bid like that. It's like it is, but it's not. SPY is dropping though, so that's a good inclination that we might get that drop. But the longer we take here, is the more I don't like it. Then we got a new low. Yep. Yeah, we're struggling. Yeah, just look at all of this. Yeah, man, we're struggling. I'm about to get out. Yeah, you see that? This thing is probably gonna go right back to the VWAP. This could be resistance though, because it's hitting Friday's high. Yeah, but just gotta wait and see if we break this level. If we get to 4204, yeah, man, we're getting there already. All right, yeah, I'm about to get out. Let's get ready to hit that sell button. And what you seeing me do, I'm just protecting my gains on the day. I'm not gonna hold this and lose what I just made. I don't mind losing $100, but I'm not gonna lose $200. Now this is just the patient game that I'm doing now. Okay, I like the pattern because we got to basically the 20-day. If you look at the 2 minute, we got to the 20-day moving average, rejected it and fell. But what I don't like is that we're getting new lows. We're not getting higher lows. We're getting we are getting. I'm sorry, we're getting higher lows. We're not getting lower lows. So I don't like that. But the pattern looks good. I'm loving the pattern. You see how the moving averages are coming in. We just have to get under here. But with earnings later on today, is that do we really think POTR is going to drop? I don't know. Sit on your hands, wait. Yeah. Yep. It's crazy because I'm just trying to take it to pre-market low. I'm really just trying to take it to 202. It's looking at it. It's like staring at 202, but it just doesn't look good. Not on the 2 minute, it doesn't look good. On the 5 minute, it looks pretty decent, but I believe in my 200-day moving average. That 200-day is a powerful, powerful moving average. Very powerful. When I'm looking at the 15 minute, you know, has the potential. But on the 1 hour, I don't like this thing on the 1 hour at all. No, I do not like it. And you see? Yeah, we're starting to get that rollover. Yeah, this thing is going up, man. It just should go up. On the higher time frames, it's clear as day. I really don't trade this thing like that. I think I mentioned that early on in the morning. I don't trade PLTR. I honestly don't like PLTR. But I'm just testing my skills at this point. See, are we gonna get the drop now? Maybe. No, 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 no. Yeah, it's crossing the 20 day. But the fake out is crazy though, cause it will sell down and get bought right back up. Yep, I'm about to hit that sell button. Yeah, that was nasty. All right, I think I'm done with this, man. The only reason why I haven't hit the sell button just yet is because we're in a resistance zone. Like that purple box is all resistance. I just do not want to lose more than $100 on this trade. So that's why I got my finger on the trigger. Yeah. Well, yeah, look at that. I saw this coming in. All right, I'm out. Yeah, I sold. All right. 230 on the day now. That's fine with me. I risked $100 of the profits I had to see if I can make some more, and I walked away with 200. That's fine with me. Cool. And that's proper risk management. That is proper risk management, man. Alrighty. Tesla, I do have some regrets on Tesla. Absolutely. Tesla is a strong stock. You know, once we got here, the only issue that I had with Tesla was that I had one contract. I had two contracts. I wish I put in more instead of trading trash as PLTR. But with Tesla, I only had two contracts. So what I should have did was that, well, this is what messed me up with Tesla and why I didn't make more. I was already in PLTR for a short, which I probably should have held on to that short because then it dropped here. But it didn't look good at all. Like it just did not look good. So when that didn't look good to me, I was already down on this one, so it was eating some profits out of Tesla. So the fact that it was eating profits out of Tesla, I wasn't happy with that. So I had to cut that position, and I didn't want. And Tesla, when it pulls back, it pulls back aggressively. So then I probably wouldn't have, made my money. So like my goal every day, right, is to make a hundred to $200 a day. That's my goal. Obviously, you're seeing me, get past that goal to more days than not. And that's a good thing. I'm not gonna make $100, $200 and walk away. But if I do see I locked in 100 to 200, I'm gonna do the best I can to keep that. You know, so once I locked in that one, if I was not losing as much as I was losing on PLTR, then I would have held on to that second contract, and then I would have taken it higher to 470. But because of the loss on PLTR, I just wasn't feeling it. And PLTR is dropping right now, but I could care less. Even if it goes down to 202 and 201 and 200, could care less. At the end of the day, the goal is to make daily profits. That's the goal. We're not trying to hit home runs every day. If you play basketball, how many points do you average? If you average 15, go ahead and get your 15 points. You know what I mean? If you have a monster day and you drop 30, great. You know what I mean? You hit 30 points. But make sure you can get your 15 points a day. Even if you don't get 15, get 10. Just get double digit numbers. Just get double digit numbers every day that you step on the court. I'm just giving a basketball analogy. So it's the same thing with trading. Just get your daily goal. those big profits will come. Last week, my biggest day was almost $900. I think it was 873. That was my biggest day. So a day like that will come. It's probably not today, but today we locked in some bread. So we're good. Alrighty, fellas, I'm all out today. And PATR is taking that drop, but could care less. So I'm out for today. I got work in about 15 minutes. I'm going to catch you guys. Tomorrow, remember, I do not stream on Tuesdays, but I will be back on Wednesday. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday. And I post updates if I can. I post some updates on tomorrow's trades on how that look. But if I don't, I'll go ahead and explain how Tuesday went on Wednesday. All right? So peace and love. No doubt, my brother. Catch you. Peace.